Good morning, guys, and welcome to the STEM Digital School for Social Science, Grade 5. My name is Boitumelo Mukwena, and I'm your presenter. So our topic for today will be about the first farmer meeting the khoisan. Okay, so on Wednesday, we learned about who were the khoisan, the first farmers. And then yesterday, we learned about their attitude towards land. So who wants to tell me a bit more on the things that we learned about yesterday for a recap, a quick recap? Who wants to tell me about the things we did yesterday? A quickly recap. We learned about the first farmer's attitude towards land. The first farmer's attitude towards land. Okay, nobody home. Okay, so I'm going to tell you the things we learned because I didn't forget. Okay, we have Karina.
Hello.
Hi, how are you?
Fine, thanks, and you?
I'm okay.
Fine, thank you. I only started these classes yesterday, so
Okay.
I don't remember anything about this.
All right, it's fine. I'm gonna do a quick summary
Thank you.
for you so you can understand, and welcome again.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Karine. Okay, guys, we have a new learner, Karine. Karine, welcome. Who wants to tell Karine the things we did? Who wants to tell Karine the things we did? It would be nice if Karine can hear them coming from you, and then I'll just brush. Okay, nobody home. All right, cool. So on Wednesday, we learned about who were the first farmers. So the first farmers were the Bantu speaking people, okay? They arrived here in South Africa between 1,700 to 2,000 years ago, okay? And their attitude towards land was that they moved to a land that was fertile, okay? And the land that was having water, all right? And then their communities were based on chiefdoms, okay? Their chiefs were the one who gave land and took it back, okay? And then we also learned that the land was not equally distributed, okay, amongst the people. And the people who got the land were male married men, okay? And then we also learned that the farmers, the African farmers, were actually different from the khoisan people, okay? Because the khoisan believed that the land should not be owned, okay? The khoisan believed that the land should not be owned, and the khoisan were nomadic people. They did not stay in one place, okay? And then the khoisan also adapted to the land the way it is, okay? Unlike the first farmers of South Africa who owned the land, okay? Who owned the land and did not adapt to the way it was. So the African farmers tried to change the way land was, okay? By building their hut and then also domesticating animals, clearing the land for farming, okay? So that's what we learned about yesterday and on Wednesday. Okay, so who wants to add more? Who wants to add more? All right, let's quickly move to the lesson of the day. Okay, 4 things that you need to know about this lesson is that we are going to learn about the first meeting with the khoisan. Okay, so how did they met with the khoisan people? Okay, by the end of the lesson, you should know how the relationship between the first farmers and the khoisan people was like. Okay, it's a discussion lesson, so we need to talk. Okay, thank you very much. Let's move. All right, in this chapter, the chapter that we are looking at about the first farmers, you will learn about who were the first farmers of South Africa, which we have learned about already. I believe you guys are okay with them. And then we also learned about what were their attitude towards land, as I've explained on how their attitude towards land. And then today we'll be looking at how they interacted with the khoisan. Okay, how they interacted with the khoisan. We are on number 3 of the chapter. Okay, so and then the following day we'll learn about what was the early African farmers' way of life like. Okay, how did they live? Okay, and then we'll also look at what were their homestead and villages like. Okay, so it will be part of the topic that we'll be covering. And then we'll also look at what crops and livestock did they farm. Okay, and then how was their society structured. So that's all about the chapter of the whole African farmers. So in our introduction, the first farmers arrived in different parts of Southern Africa between 1,700 and 2,000 years ago. Okay. Sun hunters, gatherers, and khoisan herders were already in this land. So when the first farmers arrived in the southern part of Africa between these years, already there were khoisan people in South Africa. Okay, which means the African farmers found the khoisan herders in our country. Okay, so the click in some modern South African language comes from the khoisan language. Okay, so some of the click South African language, which we've spoken about, that they are Xhosa, Zulu, Shona, Swati, they come from the khoisan language. This shows there was a close relationship between the different groups. Okay, it shows that there was a close relationship between the different groups. As I've said, the African farmers were the Nguni speakers. So, and the click sound in some of the African language are for the Nguni side, okay, which means their languages were related. Okay, moving on. As I've said, the first farmers arrived in different parts of Southern Africa between, should not forget this, 1,700 and 200 years ago. Okay, the land they moved on to was used by the Sun hunters, gatherers, and the khoisan. Okay, the Khoikhoi. So the land that they moved to, it was the land that was used by the Sun hunters and gatherers and the Khoikhoi people. Okay, we can say the khoisan. So in all, they moved into the land that was used by the khoisan people. Okay, there was enough land for the different groups. Okay, as they were moving to the land that was used by the Khoisan people, there was still enough land for the two groups to share. Okay, farmers thought it was important to be friends with all the groups of people who used the land. Okay, so the African farmers thought that it is very important to be friends with all the groups of people who use the land. So they were like, no, it's important to be friends with the who? The Khoisan people, okay? Because they are also the people who are using the land. So it's very good to create a close relationship with them, okay? So here, I'll need people to read this for me. Okay. We have Mitred and Karina. So Mitred will be first, and then Karina will be second. And then, yeah, we'll take it from there.
Ma'am, where should I read until?
The first one, this one.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Only that.
You read the first one and the second one, and then Karina will take this one and the last one.
Okay, let's start. The farmers were friendly towards the Khoisans. They invited them to join their farming groups. The cliques in Parents' Day South Africa languages came from different Khoisan languages. The farmers changed their language. They cleared away the trees and plants to make fields. Farmers used iron tools for cleaning and designing the land. The Khoisans were very interested in the farmers' iron tools.
Thank you very much. Karina?
Where must I read from?
The third one and the fourth one.
Okay. Farmers made shelters from stones, wood, and grass. They lived in one place much longer than herders and hunter-gatherers. Chiefs became the leaders of different farming communities. Chiefs owned the most animals. The first farmers arrived in southern Africa.
Thank you very much, Karin. Okay, guys, as we are seeing on this first picture that I'm pointing, is that the first African farmers were friendly towards the Khoisan. Obvious, they are going to be friendly because they have found them in the land, okay? So they became friendly to the Khoisan and they invited them to join their farming groups, okay? Since they came with the new way of farming, so they invited them like, dude, guys, come and see the way we are farming, okay? It's very easier than going around searching for food, okay? And then the click in the present day South African languages comes from different Khoisan language. So the languages that we know that have the click sound, for example, the isiXhosa, they come from different Khoisan languages, okay? So this picture portrays the first South African farmers. These are the first South African farmers, and these are the Khoisan people, okay? They are meeting, okay? It shows that they are friendly towards each other, okay? So here, on this second picture, we are seeing the African farmers on their land, okay? So here they are farming, right? So as you can see, these men standing here, it is the Khoisan men, okay? By looking at the picture, you can tell how they are wearing, and then you come here, the Khoisan man is standing, watching on how they are doing things, okay? So the first farmers changed the land. Obviously, they cleared away the trees and plants to make fields. Okay, farmers used iron tools for clearing and digging the land. As you can see, these were the iron tools that they used to clear and dig the land so that they can start planting their seeds. Okay, the khoisan were very interested in the farmers' iron tools. As you know that the khoisan are hunters and gatherers, so they were very interested mostly on their tools because they will help them to when they are hunting and gathering around. Okay, so on the third picture we have they are showing us how they were building their shelters. Okay, farmers made shelter from stone, so they use stones to make their shelters. Unlike today we go to hardware to buy cement to build our homes, but as for farmers, they use stones, okay, wood and grass to build their shelter. So it didn't cost them to build their shelters. Okay, they lived in one place much longer than herders or hunters gatherers. So they lived in one place, unlike the khoisan people who were nomadic. Okay, and then here on the fourth picture, as you can see, the chiefs became the leaders of different farming communities. As you can see, the man standing here, it shows that he is a leader. He is telling them what to do. Okay, and chief owned most animals. Okay, so the chiefs were the one in control of the land, and then also they owned most of the animals. Why? Because people will pay tributaries to the chiefs by animals. Okay, yes, let's move on. Okay, we have a class activity. Okay, number one, I want you guys to say some words in a language that has the click sound. Okay, any words that has the click sound. We have Amanda. Amanda, your hand is up.
Sorry, ma'am, that was a mistake.
Okay, thank you. Midred, your hand is up.
Ma'am,
Yes.
how do you mean?
What?
What do you mean by that has clicks?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. How do you mean it has clicks?
Clicks. Do you know the Nguni languages?
No, ma'am.
You don't know them, ne? The Nguni languages are Zulu, Xhosa, Swati. Do you know them? Do you know how to speak them?
No, ma'am.
Okay, it's okay. Let's hear from others, ne? Thank you, Mutret. Ntando? Ntando? Hlengi?
Ma'am, are we speaking the languages?
Yes, that was.
Ngizothetha.
Dizagu?
Ngizothetha.
Dizaguteta. Which language is that?
Xhosa.
Xhosa. Yes, that is part of the click, the language that have the click sound. Okay, thank you very much, Hlengi. Nhlamulo? Nhlamulo? Okay. Karina?
Sir, ma'am, I wanted to tell you I can't speak any of those languages.
Okay.
It's very complicated for me.
I know, right?
If someone can help me get
Okay.
like a word, and then I can try it.
Okay, it's fine. We'll help you, ne?
Thank you.
Nhlamulo.
Ndizogoduka ngoku.
Ndizogoduka ngoku. What does that mean in English?
I'll go now.
Okay. Which language was that? Xhosa. Thank you very much. Karen, did you hear that? Let's get somebody who. Neo.
Hello, ma'am.
Hey, how are you?
I'm fine, thanks, and you, ma'am?
I'm good.
Ma'am, my word is baleka.
Balega.
Yes, ma'am.
Which language?
Xhosa.
Xhosa. So everyone is Xhosa here. Okay, thank you very much.
Ma'am?
What does balega means in English?
Run away.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, thank you very much.
But, ma'am?
Bye bye, bye bye.
Ma'am? I'm not
Yes?
Xhosa. I'm not Xhosa. I'm not Xhosa, ma'am.
All right. Okay, let's move on. Okay. Karen, your hand is up again. You have an idea now?
Not really. I saw someone wrote something with an X. I couldn't really spell it much. How do you say it?
Xhosa?
Kosa, something like that.
Yes, Xhosa. Okay.
Thank you.
All right. We have, okay, Amanda, you are last.
Ma'am,
Yes?
Magadini.
Makadini. What's that language?
Shona.
Oh, okay. What does that mean?
Hello.
Hello, Makadini, guys. Makadini to everyone. Okay, thank you, Amanda.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, guys, I think we've had enough of the click sounds. Let's move. Let's move to the real thing. Okay, what does the click tells us about the connection between the first farmers and the khoisan people? What do the click tell us about the connection between the first farmers and the khoisan people? Their connection. We have mid-red, hands up.
Ma'am, it was just my mistake.
Okay, right, cool. Anybody? Karine?
I don't know. I think it means that they like it was easier for them to talk like that.
It was easier for them to talk like that. Yes, Karine,
Or,
thank you.
yeah.
Right. The correct answer is that they shared the Nguni languages. Okay, so yes, they shared the Nguni languages. And then let's move Shamulo. Shamulo. Okay. Number 3. Why did farmers stay much longer in the same place than the khoisan people? Why did farmers stay longer in the same place than the khoisan people? Why did farmers, okay, hands, there we go. Hlengi?
Because the farmers had animals
Yes.
and crops,
Yes.
and koi did not have. They had to hunt for
They
the
had to hunt. That's correct. Thank you, Shengi. Karin.
I think the same reason the other girl said. The farmers had to stay and take care of their crops and animals, and they have to stay in one place to do that. The khoisan, they hunt and they do all of that. Like
Yes.
they hunt for food.
They hunt for food and gather food, right?
Yes.
That's correct. Thank you, Karen. Lucy M.
Ma'am, it's because they had to grow crops. They kept animals, so they had to find a place to keep them and stuff. And also to build houses for themselves to take care of the crops and animals.
Yes, that's true. Thank you, Toby. Thank you, Liseli. Okay. Yes, it's because the farmers were supposed to take care of their cattle, okay, and their crops as well. And then as for the koi, they were moving around, hunting, okay, and gathering food. All right. On the group chat, nothing. Okay, let's move. Okay, copy this paragraph and fill in the missing words. Okay, we have fields, iron, crops, permanent, and farming. Okay, I want you to fill in the missing words here and tell me the correct answers. You fill in the correct missing words. Farmers lived in, we don't know. They made tools from, you choose on the box. The tools help them to make and grow. Some khoisan married into the, we don't know, families. Okay. What are the correct answers? Farmers lived in settlements. They made tools from the tools help them to and grow. Some khoisan married into families. Shamulo?
Oh.
Yes.
Farmers lived in farming settlements.
Settlements.
Please be right.
Continue.
Oh. This is
Shamulo,
Yes, ma'am.
you still want to continue? Or
Yes,
still
ma'am.
thinking?
They
Okay.
made tools from iron.
Okay.
The tools help them make the tools help them make iron
Okay.
and grow crops. Some
Okay.
khoisan were married into permanent.
Okay, thank you, Shamulo. You will you had the correction, eh?
Put it down.
Who else? I saw a lot of hands. I still want you guys to participate. Okay. Mildred.
Ma'am?
Yes.
Farmers lived in permanent settlements. They made tools from iron. The tools helped them to make fields and grow crops. Some Khoisans married into farming families.
Thank you, Mildred. Thank you very much. We have Amanda.
Ma'am,
Yes.
farmers lived in farming settlements. They made tools from iron. The tools helped them to make fields and grow crops. Some Khoisan married into permanent families.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Amanda. Who are we having? Oh, what's happening? Chamulo, your hand is still up. Okay, on the group chat, the answers. Neo says farmers lived in farming settlement. They made tools from iron. The tools helped them to make fields and grow crops. Some Khoisan married into permanent families. That's what Neo is saying. Okay, so guys, here are the correct answers. I say that farmers lived in permanent settlement. Okay, they lived in a permanent settlement. Okay, they did not move around, so they stayed in one permanent area. Okay, they made tools from iron. Obviously, they made tools from iron. The tools helped them to make fields, okay, and grow crops. Okay, they made them to make fields to clear the air so that they can make fields, okay, and then to also grow crops. Some Khoisan married into the farming families. So the Khoisan and their farming families were now having a good relationship. So which means if you wanted a wife from the other side, okay, of the group, which is the farming group, the Khoisan was allowed to go there and ask the chief that, no, chief, I want to marry somebody from your group. Okay, so some of the Khoisan married to the farming families. Okay, moving on. Okay, on this picture was taken by historians. As you can see, it portrays more about the relationship between the Khoisan and the farmers. Okay, let's read more about it. Historians do not really agree on what the relationship was like between the Khoisan and the Bantu-speaking farmers. Okay, but the two groups probably had times of conflict and cooperations. So there were times whereby they will have disagreements and then which led to conflict. And then somehow there were also times whereby they worked together. Okay. As we all know, people fight all the time when they have disagreements. So it happened between them as well. At times, the Khoisan and the farmers probably competed for land and water. Okay, the reason for their conflict was because of land and water. As we know that the farmers owned the land, and then the Khoisan did not own the land. They believed that land belongs to everybody. So they were fighting because of that. Okay, so which means now Khoisan were not allowed to go to this area because it was owned by the farmers. Okay, so that's the reason for their conflict, and also for water. Okay, archaeologists have also found evidence that suggests the two groups lived together peacefully. Okay. Evidence was also found by historians that these two groups also lived peacefully, okay, for most of the last 2,000 years. Okay. For example, the khoisan artifacts have been found at the site of farmers' settlement. So these artifacts that you are seeing here have been found on what? On the sites of the farmer settlement, which means they lived peacefully, okay, and they are united. And then also the farmers adopted the khoisan click sound into their languages, okay. That's how the click sound was adopted to the Xhosa speaking people and the Zulu, all right? The khoisan rock painting shows the farmers' cattle and sheep, as well as people with shields and spears, okay? So it portrays, this was drawn by the khoisan people, okay? Showing the farmers' cattle and sheep, okay? So these were the cattle that were headed by the first farmers, okay? Another castle activity. Imagine you are a group of khoisan people. Imagine you are a group of khoisan people. Discuss how you would react if a group of farmers moved into your area, okay? This is a role play situation, okay? You tell me how would you feel. You also tell me what choices will you have made if you were the khoisan people, and you also tell me what would you do, okay? Imagine if you were a group of khoisan people, and then Karine.
Yes.
Yes.
When you were explaining, I was raising my hand, but anyways, I was going to say that the khoisan people were more fair than the farmers because the khoisan thought everyone owned the land, so it made more sense because the farmers couldn't keep the land to themselves.
Come again.
I'm saying the farmers were a bit unfair because they can't keep the land all to themselves.
Yes.
So the khoisan were right to say that everybody should own the land.
Okay.
So if I was to choose sides between the farmers and the khoisan, I would choose the khoisan.
Okay. All right. I hear you. Thank you, Karine.
Thank you.
Someone.
Hello, ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am, I would feel scared because we don't know, we never knew like anybody else would be on the land.
Okay.
And B, I would say get up your backup weapons just in case they do something unexpected. And C, I will give them a chance.
A chance to do what?
A chance to live in our land.
Okay, you are. Thank you very much. Shongane shows that you are a good leader.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, anybody? How will you guys feel? Okay, imagine a group of khoisan coming to your place. Amanda.
Ma'am,
Yes.
I'd firstly, I would actually share with them the land, and I'll also allow them to stay there because it's not as if it's where we're gonna live there permanently, and if they can keep the environment clean and not change it and stuff, but they can, but then just keep it clean, I would allow them to stay.
You'll allow them to stay. Thank you very much.
Yes.
Amanda. Nhlamulo? Yes, I
Ma'am,
can hear you. Yebo?
me, I would say that the khoisan people could come because they first discovered the Southern Africa, and the farmers just came in and just said, "We own this place."
Yes.
So if they could come in the farmer's place, I would say they can come in and they would share.
Okay.
That's
Okay,
why
thank you. That's all, Nhlamulo? Okay, thank you very much, guys. We are out of time. Let's move. No more participant. Okay, what did you learn today? Quickly, you have 1 minute. I have an announcement to give to you guys before the end of the lesson. Nhlamulo. Okay, Karine.
Ma'am,
Yes.
in this lesson, I learned that it's better to share your land with other people than just keep it.
Okay.
Because you never know. One day that person's going to help you or something like that.
Yeah, that's true. Just like the farmers help the khoisan with tools.
Yes, so it's better to just all share the land than just not share it
Okay,
and
thank you.
say this is our half, that's your half. So
Right, thank you, Ne. And you are mostly welcome. Okay, you should come tomorrow as well, Ne.
I don't know if I'm gonna make it tomorrow.
Oh, I mean on Monday.
On Monday.
Yes.
Oh, Monday. I just came for this class once.
Okay, no problem.
But
Amanda?
Ma'am,
Yes?
what I learned here is that sharing is caring. Even though you hate that group of people and even though you like them or don't, they're going to have to stay with you, because if imagine yourself in their shoes, what would you do in that situation?
Yeah, that's true.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, Amanda. We have no more participant. Okay, cool. Thank you guys for coming. So you guys already know the announcement. Okay, next week, today is Friday, right? I don't know. Okay, yeah, next week, not tomorrow, we will be learning about the attitude. So that won't happen, okay? Because we will be going back to term 1, all right? We will be doing a revision for term 1, all right? So, meaning you should go read at your term 1's notes, go download these books, okay? So that you can read the things you did in term 1. Remind yourself, we are going to have assessments, okay? We are going to have assessments on the, I'll tell you the dates, the exact date, but next week it's revision 1 way, okay, from Monday to Friday. So we will be revising. We are going to have assessments in geography and in history. So you should be prepared. Go and study, okay? Don't sleep. Study and study and study, because wow, it's gonna be nice, okay? Yes, from my side, I am done. Tomorrow I will tell you, on Monday, I'll tell you on the sections we'll be covering on our assessment. So you better attend, okay? You better attend so you can get the scope. Yes. And then from my side, I believe I'm done. You guys should have a lovely day. You should attend your next class, okay? I'm gonna see you on Monday. Take care of yourself. Sanitize the whole weekend, okay? Sanitize the whole weekend. Wash your hands. Amanda, Mildred, I can see you. Thank you very much, guys.